Hello soulmates, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are new to this channel you are highly welcome. So in today's tutorial I'll be teaching you how to sew this beautiful dress you are seeing on the screen. In case you've not seen my previous video, I uploaded the pattern drafting and the cutting of this dress, so in case you've not seen it I'll just pin it in the comment section so that you can easily find the tutorial. But this particular video will be centered around the sewing of this beautiful outfit. So if you are interested, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get right into the tutorial. So guys, let me show you a quick recap of the previous video. So in case you have not seen the pattern drafting, so this is a short recap. So the link to this video will be in the comment section. I'll pin it down in the comment section so that you can easily find the tutorial. And if you have seen this video, so this will be a continuation of that tutorial. So these are the materials I'll be working with. So I used an Ankara fabric, though from the inspiration they use the Mikado fabric. So this Ankara fabric I have here is 5 yards. So I have lining about 2 yards. I have my interfacing and I have my elastic. So these are the major material you'll be needing. You will also need your zipper. So now I've went ahead to cut the fabric and also the lining for the upper bodies. So this is what we have. I've already added my joining allowance and the side allowance. So this is the back also. I've added all the allowance I need to add. So now this is the front. So if you notice, I just cut one pattern for the skirt part. So the difference will be that for the back I'll be adding zipper allowance, while for the front I'll just be cutting the pattern directly. So I don't want to cut two patterns since they are almost the same thing. So the only difference between the back and the front for this skirt part is just the zipper allowance. So let me show you. So this is the front. I'll show you the front and I'll also show you the back. So these are the fabric. As you can see, that this other one, the one that is exactly almost the same as the pattern, is for the front, while this one that has allowance here will be for the back. So whatever allowance you are working with, just add it at that side. So I think I'm working with 1.5. Then you also cut the same thing for the lining, like the same length of everything. So now this is the flare I'll be using for the side of this gown. So this is the flare, and this flare was cut in 180 degree. So this is a 180 degree flare. So the flare right here, so there will be a joining here because the fabric would not, like the length of the fabric was not enough, so I'll be joining that to that edge. But just note that this is a 180 degree flare. So this is the pattern. So this is the pattern that we'll be using. So I'll place this very well on it. If you notice that this is longer, like I said in my previous video, that this pattern paper is 3 inches shorter than my actual length. So now as you can see, this edge here compared to the pattern paper, it is much more than the pattern paper. This is because I'll be making ruffles. I'll be making gathers at the waist area. So I'll be making gathers at the waist area, so they will not be joining at the side of the gathers, so they won't be joining at the side. Just keep watching, you will understand what I'm trying to explain. So this is what I cut out. So in case you are using Ankara fabric just like me, I would advise you put ad net underneath so that the fabric can be bulky, that is, it can be full, because this Ankara does not look full compared to the Mikado fabric. You know, Mikado fabric has this thickness compared to Ankara. So now we want to cut the sleeve. So this is the fabric I'm using for the sleeve. So the length should be actually be longer than this, but this is the remaining from the 5 yards I'm working with. So the length of this is about 12 inches. The length is about 12 inches, and for the folding I use from one end to the other end of the Ankara fabric, if you understand. As you can see, the edge of the Ankara fabric over there, so it is full, like from one end to the another. I did not cut away from the length of the Ankara, so I just folded it into two, and I have two here. So 12 inches by, let's say, 48 inches long or 45 inches long, because Ankara length is about 45 inches. So the length of this sleeve is 12 inches, while the length is 48 inches, while the breadth is 12 inches. That is the height. So I've went ahead to cut out the opening for this sleeve. So I will hem the upper part and the lower part for the elastic casing. So let's go ahead and start joining. So this is my fabric. I've added interfacing to that fabric, and this is the lining. I also add a breast part to the lining. I added interfacing first before the breast part. So this is the back. I did not add any interfacing to the back. So I'll go ahead and just join this. I'll turn it, then you will see what it looks like. So this is the front, the skirt part for the front and the back. I've already used the lining to turn this. As you can see how I turned it. So let me show you. I just turned the zipper side and the waist side. So this is what I turned. So I'll go ahead and iron this out so that it can look neat. So this is the front also, and this was how I turned the front. So this was how I turned the front. So I'll go ahead and iron. So this is the fabric. There's no breast pad on this, so it's on the breast pad is on the lining. So this is what I have here. In case you want a video on how to pad your bustier, I have a video already, so that's why I'm not showing you how to pad it. So this is what I have. So I'm placing both of them together, and this is what it is looking like. As you can see, that bustier, how it is, how the bustier is forming, like it is given. So now I will use the lining to turn the main fabric. So I'll turn it at this edge and also by the side, at the edge and by the side. So after turning by the edge and by the side, I top stitch the neckline area, that chest line area rather. I top stitch it so that the lining will not be showing. So now I'll be joining the upper bodies to the lower bodies. So I'll be joining it to the lower bodies. So I will notch the center of this skirt so that it can align with the center of the upper bodies too. In case you haven't liked this video at this point, what are you waiting for? Please like this video. Thank you. So you match the center front, the middle point to the middle point of the skirt so that you can have an equal, everything can be equal. So you go ahead and you join it together. So for the back bodies also, I will do the same. So this is the skirt part. So I will join it to the upper part also. So I've also went ahead to make the dart on the upper part. I went ahead to make the dart. So I will join it together like that. So after joining together, this is what the back is looking like. So now the next thing I will do is to join the back together at the center back. So I'll leave about 9 inches from this waist area downward for my zipper, about 9 inches downward. So I will start my joining after that 9 inches. So this is what it is looking like. So now for the front bodies, so this is what I have. Then I'll go ahead and join them by the sides. So I'll join them by the sides, on both sides. So after joining them and ironing them, this is what I have right here. So this is what I have now. So now for the flare, I'll bring the flare now. So this is the flare. I'll go ahead and make ruffles here to be almost the same as the space I have on the main gown. So this is the ruffles. So I'll fold it into two like this, and this is the other side. This is for the other side also. So in case you have joining on your own, just like mine, make sure that the joining is at the back. That joining area is at the back. Don't place it at the front. So now I'll go ahead and join this to the side. But before I join it, you will notice that this place here is pointed. So I just trim it off so that it can fit into that curved area I have there. So I'll also do the same thing and join this to this other side. So in case you are wondering, I did not add lining to this side, to the ruffle side. I did not add any lining to it, but I wish I added lining so that it can even add volume to the dress. I wish I added lining and add net to that side so that it can make it puff out. So now the next thing we'll be doing is the sleeve. So I'll measure the opening. I'll measure this part here. For this chest line area, we are working with 10 inches wideness. 10 inches wideness as well. I want to measure if I still have the 10 inches. So in case you don't have the 10 inches and it is more than 10 inches, please just go ahead and trim. I think I have about 11 or 12, 11 inches there, so I'm trimming about half inches away from the front. So it should be 10 inches at the front, 10 inches at the back. So now this is the sleeve that I cut out. This is the sleeve. So I'll go ahead and make casing like a folding of half inch at the upper part and at the lower part for my elastics. So for the measurement of this elastic, you need to measure your off shoulder round. That is, you place your tape around your off shoulder. So let's assume you have 40 inches there. So we, for the chest line at the front, we are working with 10 inches, and for the back we are working with 10 inches. So that's 20 inches. So 20 inches from 40 inches, we have 20 inches left. So you divide the 20 inches into two. So 10 inches for this, for one sleeve, 10 inches for the other sleeve. So the elastic should be 10 inches. So your elastic should be 10 inches, so that when you wear this, it will be 40 inches, like round like that. So I'll go ahead now and fix the sleeve, and after fixing the sleeve, this is what the sleeve is looking like. So this is what it is looking like. I'll go ahead and fix the zipper and hem the gown, and after hemming everything, this is what the dress is looking like. So the dress is not voluminous compared to the inspiration, but if you want yours to be full like the inspiration, you can add net and lining to this flare part so that it can be very full. So thank you so much for watching. If you haven't liked this video, please like this video, drop a comment for me in the comment section, share this video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. I will see you in my next tutorial. Bye.